Let us understand certain other key implications in respect of depreciation. These implications basically cover certain specific circumstances. Okay? The first one is that of the lessor and the lessee. Right? I hope you understand the meaning of the lessor and lessee. In these cases, what happens is that, okay, there's a person who's called the lessor, okay, who basically owns some asset. The most common example is that of a car. And there is another person who's known as the lessee, who's basically taking this car from this guy. As a consideration for this, there are certain charges which are also known as hire charges or lease rentals or so on and so forth, which this guy pays to this. At the end of the lease, let's say this guy leased out a car to him for 5 years. Okay, which means that continuously for 5 years, every month, this person is supposed to make a defined payment to the lessor. After the end of 5 years, this person normally has a right to purchase the car at a very nominal price. Okay. This is what a lessor and a lessee transaction is. Now in this case, the question which comes up is, who is the owner of the car? According to the accounting standard, okay, on leases, let's go back to this. According to the accounting standard 19 for leases, even the lessee can account for this car as an asset in his books under certain circumstances and claim depreciation. So what will happen there is that this person here is going to claim depreciation in books of accounts. Okay? But only under accounting standard 19. This impact, however, does not affect the tax position. Under the tax laws, basically it's the lessor who is entitled to depreciation on this leased asset. Right? Let's go back. Lessor, who is the legal owner of the assets, is eligible to claim depreciation for tax purposes. The accounting treatment prescribed as per Accounting Standard 19 for leases does not affect the allowance of depreciation under the Income Tax Act, as it is allowed only to the owner of the asset. So according to this circular, which is circular number 2 of 2001, the lessor, who is the legal owner of the asset, can only claim depreciation. Okay? The lessee, who is entitled to claim depreciation in certain specific cases as per Accounting Standard 19, cannot claim depreciation for tax purposes. Right? Then we come to the definition of plant. Okay? Now, we know that there is a separate block for plant and machinery, which is eligible to depreciation. Plant includes, this is an inclusive definition. So while all these things are actually included, there could be other things also which are not included within this definition, but will qualify as a plant. Ships, vehicles, books, scientific equipment used for business purpose, but do not include tea bushes or livestock or building or furniture fittings. So you just need to remember this. I mean, there's really not much to explain in this particular fact, right? So you just need to remember what all is included within the definition of plant. But the only good thing is that it has to be used for business purposes, right? Then we come to theater building and hotel building. Theater building and hotel building are treated as building. Now the question is that, from a hotel's perspective, the hotel building is a plant, right? But according to the decided case laws, theater building and hotel building are treated as building and cannot be treated as plant for the purpose of claiming depreciation. You can just remove this thing from here. Okay? Let us now move on to the next slide.